Hello, beautiful folks and the internet, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's Underscore to back again. Coming from the White House, the G Castle representing one-on-one live. As going to be starting untangling this kind of the video from wherever you are. Welcome back. And to this kind of the channel, going to be democratizing and making it happening. Back to the G Castle to see what is popping out. We are still on the process. Yesterday, we had a little bit of a problem of getting some of the tiles, but today we are back to the work to make sure they're going to be completing it where necessary. But today we're going to be having a little bit of some of the controversial things that we're going to be handling and also popping up with to understand what we're going to be coming out here to the kitchen. We are still going to be finishing it up, and also the skirting tiles are already soaked in water to make sure that things are going to be coming out so logistically very nice. Back to the soil. I talk about the sand is already mixed properly, waiting to be tanganized and also to be used in terms of the tiling process. Back to the main room, which is the main bedroom here. Already we have finished everything, as you can now see, very clean, neat, califragistically very nice. And we say thank you very much to the people tuned in, locked in, and also subscribing, liking, and sharing. We're going to be starting this kind of the video very califragistically very nice wherever you are. Back to see what's going to be popping out. Have much of the friends here, and also the dogs are representing back to the G Castle here. So to the toilets here, and we are now going to be getting the toilet module. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. The engineer is on it to make sure that we're going to be sorting out this kind of the work in terms of the toilet. We're going to be now putting some screening. Is it the screening? Yeah. It's the screening, and also from the screening, this is the measurement to understand how and talk about the height of the screening, which is how many inches? 4? 2?
Yeah, diverting water.
Oh, the water should go to the main. It's called a flow trap. Yeah. Exactly. This is a flow trap here, and we have to make sure that water gonna be directed to this position immediately with an immediate effect. And this is the work of today. Gonna be doing the screening, and also the tiling will follow at the course of the day as to see things gonna be getting forward. Already the bedroom is sorted out. It's only now sorting some of the windows called what? Called the aluminium windows, gonna be tanganizing to this kind of the position this month. I was gonna be looking forward to understand how it's gonna be coming to this kind of the position one-on-one. So back to see other stuffs, how they are also getting to its own module. The other bedrooms also, they are sorted out clean, and you can now see how it's now looking very nice. The only thing that is popping out is electrification, and it's gonna be sorted out in terms of fixing the electrical stuffs here, so you can just make it happen. This is how the rooms are looking like. This is bedroom number 4. It's going to be sorted with its own toilet, which is this kind of the toilet is going to be used as the visitor's toilet also, because you're going to be measuring direct from the main entrance of the door, and you're going to be using as the visitor's toilet. This one here, it's enclosed. It's going to be enclosed here as the door. This is bedroom number 3. It's going to be sorting itself to this kind of the area, and you're going to be sorting themselves at this kind of the zone. This is bedroom number 2. You're going to be sorting from this kind of the door here. Whenever you enclose, it has its own toilet, and also this is a little bit bigger bedroom, and you're going to be sorting itself at that kind of the position. So guys, here everything is democratizing. Whenever I see my things are not working very properly, I come to the gymnastic here, do some 2-3 things, and talk about yeah. Whenever you hear Gintu talking about yeah, Gintu is now very meticulous, and things are just sorted out. I have to make sure that things are going to be coming out so fantastic. Also, the gym is gymming here. So the work continues as normal, and you can say now the engineer going to be sorting out to make sure that things want to be coming out very califragistically, very nice. It's going to be finishing this kind of the zone, and also finishing this zone of the kitchen store. After that one, we're going to be doing another stuff. Talk about these ones are skirting tiles we are using, and to the bedrooms, and we're going to be using this one here, a different skirting tile, and I think it's very nice in terms of the kitchen and the store, and also the sitting room here. So the sitting room still, we have not yet identified which kind of the tiles, but we are looking forward to have them coming, as we're going to be making sure that things are going to be coming to you live one-on-one here. So the dogs are sleeping and getting everything completed, and now we're going to be having electricity. A little bit of electricity brings some problems here, but we're going to be sorting it out whenever the time is relevant, because we don't have to go with much of the pressure ABCD. No, we have to go with how the time is sorting ourselves outside here. Back to our home, we have another house construction here, and we're going to be checking how you're going to be so effective here, because I have some gentlemen, they are working like a machinist. Mr. Matiko, yes. One-on-one. How are you, my friend?
I'm fine.
So Matiko today is welcomed and he has demolished this kind of, how can I call it? A little bit of the framework that were into this kind of the concrete gutter, and they have represented with the friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Everything is very nice?
Yes.
Hey, Matiko nowadays is very, hey. And whenever we talk about the work gonna be complete, sasa mngenitorea basi misumari tu. Hizo mbao zitolewe tu misumari zote kabisa. We have to remove the nails from so as we can just wakati tuna store mbao tuzistore zikiwa hazina msumari. Ni hivyo tu mdogo, mkono nyundo nyingine. Kila mtu anashika mbao anatoa. So guys, we have to remove some nails from the timbers so we can just sort them clean, and also we don't have much of the hesitation of talking about this kind of the timbers are ABC. We're going to be storing them as they're going to be so in a good way forward here. So that's the work of today, and you can now see the concrete gutter is fine and very decomposed here to make sure that things gonna be working so nice here. So that's the work of today, as Matiko is already democalizing to the work, and you have to sort it out as far as everything is coming out. So this is the work we ever talked about here. Talk about, you understand how the things gonna be coming in this kind of the mode. You talk about we have to give much of the people the work, and so they can just talk about, some people have a little bit of a hatred, that which is natural, and we can never have such kind of the mode. You talk about, we're gonna be tanganizing with it, ABCD. That's the module of people gonna be having. They have hate, which is there, and we can never get the hate from them because that is their own module, and we have so many people who are just in such kind of a man. But we will never be maybe distorted or having any kind of the way of talking about, we cannot make it, we will make it. And also the people are talking about, we cannot make it into Matiko's home, we will make it. Because we are onto the process, and people are wondering, Gintu, how is it possible? And still you are on it, because they see now things are possible at this kind of the time. Also, I'm going to be having some charcoal. Guys, I have some small things that we're going to be bringing, which is called, my father used to call them cash flow. If you understand, if you have done the business-oriented things, you understand something called a cash flow. Cash flow is whereby you have some sections and segments of some small business that can bring you a little bit of the income, like buying some sugar into the house. Some I talk about maybe some milk. We have some charcoal here, and I always burn charcoal, and you can now see how big they are, to make sure that we're going to be harvesting some charcoal here. I have a friend here. Hi.
Hi.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
You are harvesting charcoal?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. This is called a charcoal harvester. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like a machine. So the charcoal is very califragistically very nice. Sasa itabidi umeimwagilia haraka before inanishi, ndio? Exactly. So guys, this is how we harvest, and after harvesting is a very good charcoal. You can see it here. Very good one. And it's still hot, as you can see. So don't think about whenever Gintu is touching it, it's not hot. Be very punctual. You can find yourself becoming a roast here. So we have to make it happen. So that is the way forward, and I respect whatever we're just doing here. And the work is always there. Some boys like him is getting a work, as going to be harvesting the charcoal. He's going to be getting a small wage of a day, and that's how we support each other. Matiko has a friend who I don't leave also because if I recognize you have a friend, and I understand this friend, you are benefiting on themselves. Talk about your mutual benefits. You have to make sure that you're going to be getting forward with the... I always give Matiko, the boy, the work to make sure they're going to be sorting themselves very clearly and very fantastic. That is the mode of Gintu to make it happen. And that's the way I always get forward. And people are talking about, we hate Gintu. You hate Gintu my foot. You will get hate Gintu, and you think about, I'm not getting anything from somebody talk about, I hate Gintu, and yet you have never talked about anything about, you have not ever talked about, I want to be supporting Gintu, maybe he has do a bit, I'm not interested with that one. As far as you will hate, nobody is told like you have to be there to love Gintu ABCD, but the life continues. You will hate, but you will see Gintu progressing. There are people who are talking about, if I can be given something, even a person to be distorted and to be removed out of this kind of the area or the nation. They talk about, I want to get Gintu out of this kind of the nation. But that is not the way forward. And the person you hate is the person who progresses. And that's what we are just doing here. So back to the industry of bricks, because we have the bricks industry also.
and I'm about to fill the house again, and this is the way possible forward, because the people are talking about hey. Gintu is having some bricks here, and already I have some of them which are already burnt. So I have firewood to burn the other ones. So there's no day you can come and talk about, oh, you hate Gintu. I'm not eating from your own party. And this is the way I want to progress, and nobody will come to intimidate Gintu because of ABCD. That is the way forward I ever come out. We are not bragging, but it's sorting ourselves and sorting our own issues and sorting our own principles outside here. The cans are there. The people are going to be eating. The people who are going to be sorting themselves, talk about maybe doing some work to get to. They eat for free, they drink for free, and the kills are there. So we have things that we can sort ourselves. And that is the best way for us to move forward. So as far as everything is tuned and locked in, I respect people always are talking about, yeah, Gintu, let's move forward. Despite having some 2-3 challenges, 2-3 talkings, people are mocking, people are hemming and disgusting, accusating, allegating. That is not the way forward. But what we need is to see the G Castle progressing, to see my mom's kitchen progressing, which is also a biggest platform here, which is not a small one. And people are just wondering, oh, how is it possible here? But that is the nature. If we say and we put ourselves onto that and talk about, yeah, I want to make this thing to come out effective, I want to make this thing to come out more good, and that is the main aim of Gintu, to also progress with this kind of the G Castle formulation here and also the construction. When I tangle and I come to this kind of the position, always I talk about this, why I represent, and I see from every kind of the angle, and I say, yeah man, as I see this kind of the G Castle, so I think about, yeah, people are just hating me because of this kind of the gigantic and fabricated construction, because it has not stepped, and we are on the process to make sure that everything progresses very nice and very, very fantastic here. So as early in the morning, the work progresses, and I said, Matiko, I will never leave Matiko every day. He has to get some jobs here and do the job. He's going to be getting things to get forward. Like, he will not be in the same position as people we talk about, and I'll have given him the opportunity. The only opportunity I've given him, because I want to see him progressing. I want to see him acting as a person. Early in the morning, I always tell him, 7 in the morning, let me get you to my home, because you are the one looking for the job, not me looking for you, so I can just do the job. And he is always coming very early in the morning to make sure we're going to be getting a job and also doing the job. And after here, whatever he will go and do with the money, as far as the other money is getting to themselves, talk about, we are supporting the family, people are there watching, they're going to be supporting his family and making sure that everything gets good and to their own position, which is the good thing. Early in the morning, as far as the books are saying, talk about the Bible. For the people who are reading much of the Bibles, they're talking about you will never sleep and eat, because who is making it for you? That is not relevant. At this kind of the work I'm doing, like this kind of the video, somebody can talk about it, you're just talking a little bit here. This is not talking. I'm in the job, and this is the job that we are there unto, and that's why we're going to be making it coming out, which is a job like other jobs, like other office jobs. That's what we are doing here. So that's why you see the G Castle. It's because of this cameraization. Exactly. So back to the G Castle to see again. I'm remaining with one bag and also one waterproof, and a little bit of the materials are running like safari running. But guys, I'm trying the best. It's not like this house gonna be in a complete in 1 year. Because before 1 year is over, I should be in a 97% completion of this kind of the work, because we have to go direct with it and also make it happen. And the soaking of this kind of the stuffs have been soaked very meticulous, and now they're going to be used. You understand the work of the tiling, and I talk about this is the color which is so meticulous, as we're going to be checking it, how it looks like. Very meticulous color. And it's going to be for the skirting. I think it will be good whenever we're going to be placed at this kind of the, talk about the sitting room. It represents very nice, because this kind of the blue colors, I like blue colors also, and I like it very much. That's why you see we're gonna be using it to make the stack cutting of this kind of the rooms here. So today we're gonna be completing all the rooms, including the toilets. Maybe some tiles, maybe we'll bring some shenanigans, but I understand we'll be in another position to make it happen. So from there, I think now we're gonna be investing for this kind of the sitting room. Maybe tomorrow but one, and whoever wanna be supporting in, talk about what we're gonna be supporting into, it will be so relevant and to that position. So the wheelbarrows has to be read inside here. Tembeza wheelbarrow pole pole, si ndio? Usije ulete madhara tena hapa tena tunasema guy mwadhani ni nini mbaya tena kinasonga hapa. So he has to ride this kind of the wheelbarrow very slowly. The tire is not bad, but I'll talk about maybe if. But the people who are going to be having some doubt about the wheelbarrow inside the tiles, the people who don't put the tiles in a unique way, or they don't put the tiles in a way like they'll have some of the spaces down that whenever you put the wheelbarrow or the wheelbarrow passes, it can just break it. But the people we are just using here, they're so good in terms of this kind of the work, and they're going to be making it happen. So we're going to be screening here, and we're going to be placing the tiles more meticulous. That is the work of today. But I've stopped this guy who was coming to finish this kind of the gypsum work, as you can see from this kind of the upper section. I've stopped them because they are too expensive. I have already done the skimming, but he's talking about, oh, I'm going to be now doing the finishing of the skimming. Yet it's skimmed already. So they're talking too much amount of money. I brought them and they did. Then I saw how capable they are. But they talked about, even if you have money, no. They're talking about finishing it out. Talk about maybe rectification, skimming the whole of this kind of the sitting room. Somebody is asking for $150. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And it's just this kind of the whole. It's like for me to put this kind of the gypsum, the whole of it, it costed like maybe the finishing costed like $200. Then somebody's coming talking about it has been skimmed. It's only rectification of the skimming only. Talk about the third coat. That's the last coating. Then somebody's talking about, yeah, you have to give me $150. Even if you are a professional, in terms of that, we will continue with the people who are continuing with this one. So that is the way forward. And we're going to be having a little bit of the rectification inside here, a little bit. And whenever it's going to be modulated into the best, we'll have that kind of the section to say the work has to progress very meticulous. So guys, and to the kitchen here, some of the people will just be wondering about, oh, again, how the kitchen is going to be formulated here. We're going to be having here something called the layout. How is it called? No, it's called a layout. Yeah. Worktop. A worktop. No. A worktop, if you talk about you're going to be having a table right now, bring a table here, put your stamps on top of that table will be a worktop. But the one that's going to be used in the kitchen is called a kitchen layout. If it's in the bookshop, we talk about the bookshop layout. Yeah, so it depends with whatever you are doing, because I'm good in terms of the kitchen premises, my friend. I did catering and accommodation. I know. You understand, So the layout is going to be here. And where do you think a fridge can be? Here, or it will be in this corner? This corner. So it will be opened from here. Yeah. Okay, it will be opened from here. So it means like now the layout is going to be starting from somewhere here. Somewhere here. Why there? Well, you want a bigger, do you think about it's going to be, which kind of a fridge are you talking about? Not a freezer, man. Or do you want us to bring a freezer here?
The tall one, now the short one.
Yeah, it's the one that reaches somewhere here, okay. Which is like 1.5 meters. Exactly. I think now it's going to be starting from somewhere here. Exactly. So this one here going to be dealing with the fridge. This one here, maybe a blender, because it's going to be on top of a layout. Exactly. So this one here, this also for
and this is for microwave. Jugs, heating jugs.
No. This is for the cooker.
Yeah.
This is for the cooker. Also, it has its own.
You have this place.
Yeah, this place also is going to be open. So it will be from here to here. Yeah. Then from here to this place to the other. Yeah. Because also we have. We're going to be using hot and cold water. As you can see, this kind of the piping is saying is a cold and hot water.
This has a sink.
It has a sink at the window here. Yeah. And also the sink we're going to be using electricity.
It's a modern house.
It's a modern house. Yeah. Because there's this kind of the cable, we're going to be waiting for it. It's going to be used in terms of electrification to bring current to that kind of the, talk about, how is it called, the one that is pouring water? These are the taps. It's going to be for the buttons. Whenever you want to hold the water, yes. Which kind of the angle you want it to remove, ABCD. Warm. Well, no, if it's warm, you're gonna be having the buttons for the warm, the buttons for the cold. So it's depending with which kind of the rate of water you want to come out.
Even if it's warm.
Yeah, it has its warm, but which way do you want that water to come out? In which, how, the size of water. And
under
warm, exactly. So that's why you're gonna be using that kind of even to come and I show you. Even to the toilets, it's the modern. People have never known that. Look at the toilet here. It has hot and cold. So this electrification that's here, and it's using 4 gauge, 4.0 gauge of a wire. So what's the manner of this one? It's gonna be used in terms of talk about the shower that will be here. Talk about the traditional one. Most of the people have been using this one, but I broke it. Why? We're going to be using the one that comes from here direct to the top, and it will be having so many things that it will be acting with the buttons. Okay. Exactly. So the buttons will be gauging which kind of the water.
This machine has this shower, has its own machine.
It has its own machine. The controlling machine. Okay. So that controlling machine will just enter through somewhere here, and it will just be closed. There's something that is closing it permanently. Yeah, exactly. That's why this kind of and it's a bigger wire that's here, that's 4.0. So I was told it consumes a lot of power. Yeah. That's why it uses 4.0. And both of them are accessed from the main. All the toilets have them. All the toilets have them. All the toilets, including this one. It has every toilet. It has. It's gonna be a modern house, and yeah, it's a modern house. Including, this is for the visitors' toilet. Also, it has them outside there. You're going to be accessing. So, when you come to, also you did electrification, yeah?
I have not seen a modern house like this one.
You have never seen?
This is the first house.
This is the first house, because they are called a G capsule at the Gintu's position. Exactly. So, you can see the wiring here. So, the 4.0s, they are somewhere. Also, they are connected already in 32 gauge. You can see from here, already connected to this kind of the C32. And we have so many of them here. You think about the story building, and you can see how many wires they are here. So if we're going to be connecting it, the G-Cast are going to be lighting out like something else. And we're going to be consuming electricity like Safari Rally.
Okay, we're going to, the shooters,
yeah,
they are going to come and shoot here.
Yeah, the people want to be, and I'm not yet, because I'm going to be having fish farming, I'm going to be having fountain falls. They're going to be coming. Everything going to be coming out. Very fantastic. Modern houses in the village. Yeah. It's going to be taking
in this village.
The entire Nebuas.
Yeah.
Even Migori County, I think so. Because we have to make it happen. That's why we're pressurizing it to be. That's why you see much of the people are talking about Gintu going to be getting the, they are talking the police, taking court, because they understand the capability I have and how I'm going to be making things.
High capability.
High capability. Make it happen, man. Okay. Because also we have to make it happen. You understand, guys? Also, whenever I talk about that, the engineer who built this kind of the house was about to come and do this tiling, but he got another job which he's doing, and he cannot come out from there before he can get his own contract is still there. So if he can get out of there, it can be terminated. And I never wanted it to be in such kind of a way like, I can force somebody to make it. I asked, because we are out of time and I can eat that money that you're going to be putting the tiles, can you give the person we know and he can make it? And I asked him, can he make it? He told about, yeah, the guy is very meticulous. He's the one who's ever doing much of the works here. And you understand, he's as an engineer also, he's doing so many works, including Nasto, including Fellow the Boy, Zach. So many people, they have ever contracted him, and recently he's doing with the Nasto the work, and they're just building, very meticulous, and that is the way we're going to be making it happen. So I always render my services to the people who I know, and they can make it happen, because we are growing together. We ever grown with him together here in the village, and we are ever possessed together, and whenever I see him eating and Gintu is also progressing, it becomes so meticulous whenever things are gonna be getting forward here. So as I'm gonna be checking also Matiko to the other side, as we're gonna be also, guys, I bought this kind of the trees here, and they're so meticulous, and they're gonna be planting them to make sure that they're gonna be having a good shade and representing this kind of the area. I'm gonna be bringing this kind of the tree down, and it will be just replaced with those kind of the trees that are in that kind of the nursery bed. I have some chicken here, very good cocks here, and you can see them here, very meticulous. Yeah, wow. I can eat eggs. I can eat eggs. Always representing exactly. That's the meticulous work. So Matiko here is trying the best and collecting some of the nails where necessary. And the guy is listening to the music, which is the Luo music. Very meticulous here. So the work continues as normal, and that's what I ever wanted. And they have to pack some of the timbers where necessary, because we're going to be doing some... I'm going to be finishing up, talk about, I'm going to be climbing up here so I can just see how this kind of the gutter is. Let me check on the top there. Hey, how is this kind of the gutter placed here? Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah, this is how the gutter looks like, guys, and to the top here. And it's going to be built with some of the bricks at the side here, and the water will be just going to that far corner, and that's why you can see the work is progressing here. And we have already oriented ourselves to make sure that we're going to be getting forward with this kind of the work. So we are still representing, and we are trying our best. The person who is thinking about, oh, Gintu, because of this, because of that, no, we are not into that. Also, guys, we're going to be getting back to the Jigas family. is going to be getting some of the materials there. It's today. I'm going to be getting there a truck of sand and also some bricks, and to make sure I'm going to be representing there. I was going to be getting back to that kind of the construction as soon as possible, and people are still supporting to talk about it. Again, I'm looking for myself a little bit here and there. If I get something, I'm going to be getting it to the fantastic module here. As the people are going to be talking about, oh, Gintu, can you walk to the top of this kind of the gutter? Yeah. It's highly concentrated, and it cannot break. And you can walk as a railway line. Exactly. It's the same as the G Castle, and that's the way you see the G Castle was built here. And also it's going to be placed with this kind of the tiles. Also, it will be placed with the tiles. It's only the thing that we are just waiting for is only the roofing. And after the roofing, going to be now putting some tiles like the way you can see this kind of the G Castle is. And after that, now we shall be in a next level to talk about other things that are going to be coming out to this kind of the kitchen here. Also, guys, the new thing is, let me show you something. The gas started a little bit, bringing some of the gas because we filled the biogas, and the gas is going to be coming. Let me go down, and let me go down small, because also we have in construction some terrible accidents, and I don't want to have that kind of the terrible moment of having the problem. One. You understand, construction also they have some of the emergencies, and they're gonna be not having such kind of the emergency, and that is the way forward. My mom, she's here. Hello. Mom, biko namna gani? Mom, biko chonjo. She's my mom here, and she's drinking some tea as looking at his kind of the kitchen, how it's gonna be. She's very calm and very fantastic. Much of the people have never seen her. For the people who are maybe new onto the channel, maybe they have never seen her a little bit, but she's representing always, making sure that things are so fantastic here. Hey, my gate is a bit having a problem. They're gonna be fixed here a little bit. And that's how the things are moving on and on and on. So back to the center, I'm gonna be checking other things here. Oh, meipata. Kuna ingine ami meisha. Oh, ni hiyo tu. So hiyo ndio alikuwa anasema ni vichwa mbili. Guys, we have to always talk about the napier grass. We are getting it, and Sigano is the one who is bringing them with this kind of the bike here. It's very, very dirty. You're gonna be cleaned right now? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be cleaned, so as you can just make sure that we are not getting it dirty, because after using the tools or equipment, you have to wash them. Wash after use, and that's what we're gonna be doing here to make it have fantastic here. So when are you getting back to school, man?
Tomorrow very early in the morning.
Tomorrow early in the morning?
Yeah.
You'll be rushing back to school because the lecturers have postponed their strike.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that the studies have started today.
Yeah, today.
Exactly, and the lectures have started today, and also tomorrow we're going to be rushing back to school, the university, which is Laikipia University, and the things are going to be getting forward as normal. And I represent the people who know Sigano can just support also to make sure we're going to be getting back to school as more as we are here to support also, and I appreciate that, and I say thank you very much for the people tuned and talking about schooling. Education is the best key, because if we don't have education, we'll be done like Murimi. Murimi has education, but a little bit cannot understand and cannot think. So if we have education, can be educated, can understand the rights and the freedom of him, and he cannot do some terrible things and becoming quack in the village, and that will be so fantastic here. So back to the center, I see much of the people democratizing here with the motorbikes, because I have a little bit of some other extra jobs to do. Maybe talk about my mom has a little bit of a problem with the TV and scannings and such kind of the things. Talk about how it's gonna be done, and the charcoal is already dispersed into different positions. Now you're gonna be getting, this one is still having fire, so for it to be put off, you take some talk about wet soil and put where it's gonna be having some fire, and it can go constantly off. That's what we do unto the village here. You take the wet sand and you can just place it. As you can see, it has been placed with the wet sand, and it can just go constant. It can just go constant off, and that's what we are just doing here. So after removing this one here, we will purchase it and we will sell it, and it's money. And that's what I say, this is what we call a small money, like how do we call it? They're called in business studies like how can I call it? This kind of the small business that can give you a small money from each and every kind of the time. Cash flow, These are the cash flows that we're going to be calling the cash flows. I went to school. yeah, this is our biogas already filled, and we're going to be looking forward to put it on. We can hear the gas. Yeah, the gas is inside. We put on there, and the gas goes direct to the kitchen. And here it's off. This is where we drain water from. This is our water chamber draining area. We're going to be draining water to that, through that place there, and the pipe passes here through and to the kitchen there. This kind of a little bit of water tank is full. It's going to be looking forward to have it harvested or invested with the fish, and that will be the best way for us to go. Let me say the amount of gas that we are having, because this gas is going to be supplying to this kind of the modern kitchen. The pipe is passing through here. This modern kitchen also going to be supplied with that modern gas, and that's what we're going to be getting forward to, and much more. Oh yeah. Tabu iko hapo ndani, ambia madhe. Amekwambia? Exactly. So we're going to be dealing with the electricity. Talk about you're going to be sorting out the TV and the aerial problems. A little bit bringing some shenanigans. The network is bringing some shenanigans. Is an intellectual top notch. Going to be dealing with that kind of the work, very meticulous. How are you?
I'm fine.
Everything is awesome.
Very sober.
You are very sober.
Very sober.
Mungu. I think about he's a drinker, so he's talking about today he's sober. Maybe. So back to the kitchen. Yeah, the gas is inside. Yeah, it is now gauging up. I don't know if it can work. Hey, she's here. One-on-one in the kitchen program. Yes. Kimberly, how are you? Hi. You are dishing or eating? Eating. You are eating. Let me see if, hey, the banana is here, guys. Hey, and the Kate, she's there. She's the one gonna be representing. We have our gases here, and very meticulous, Yeah, it is there. It is there. I'm gonna be coming back to you in a short while after representing, and things gonna be coming to you live, one-on-one. It is there. I'm coming for that one. It is there. Yeah, man. Matiko, mambo iko chonjo? Kila kitu iko bahali pake. So I have to take round and see if the things are working. And he's about to finish his work, which is meticulous early in the morning. And he can just do and sort out his own things and 2-3 things. I'm going to be getting another job out here. And we have to make it. I'm just working as in the US. After getting to this job, you can go to another job. After every 1 hour, you get your own money. Very characteristically, very nice. So guys, as you're going to be continuing to support Gintu, I say request and humbly, thank you very much for you being tuned. And we're going to be orienting Matiko and also making sure that Matiko works very meticulous. After the work, we're going to be having a little bit of the talk. As going to be cherishing together and making it happen. Back to you, making sure you're going to be watching this kind of the video. I'm going to be saying it popping out. We're going to be talking about Gintu. I'm going to be representing and welcoming in and making it happen. Welcome back. It's Anasko Gintu. Back to you in the studio and representing from the village. Back to the studio. Gintu here. Guys, I'm gonna be back to this kind of the studio. No. You are kindling us. I'm gonna be showing people this kind of the gas works, and it's called the methane, propane, and ethane. People who studied about the chemistry. Yeah, we are on it, and we have not gone into vain. Talk about the work of bringing some wet cow dung. People are talking about you are becoming like cheeses in the village. Oh, we are becoming dirty. You see Gintu in the morning is looking green, and we think about how is Gintu looking like this way. So a little bit over the biogas, and the biogas. This is the way, and I said about the pascals. They're just measured there, and this is on, and this is the cooker is here. Catch this kind of the camera. Bring me this kind of the stuff here. Look at it from here. You see and shoot Gintu very meticulous. This is a matchstick. Exactly. So we press it here a little bit. Yeah, it's there. You can see. You can see, yeah? You can see it? There's fire. There is a fire. Let me put it off so as it can continue decomposing inside there. So, you okay? Hey, it has gone off, eh? Walai. Hey. Imewaka. Hey, the mom gonna be running here so you can just... Guys, we have struggled with it. And you can see everybody gonna be coming to see if it's right. Eh? Yeah. Songa huko uone. Okay. Inawaka. Acha uone. Let you see. Kidogo tu. Tumefunga. Put it on. No, the other side. Yeah, exactly. So, put it on. We are orienting her. She's gonna be making sure that things are working here properly. Ishawaka. Sindio? Ayo maroho. You can see it. Na hiyo sindio hiyo. Sasa haijaiva kabisa. It's now working, guys. You can see from here. Yeah. Sasa anawatoro moriga. Itazima. Haija decompose bado 7 days. This is 2 days. Bado siku 7, bado siku 5 sasa. So it has to settle for 7 days. And today is the 2nd day, and I can say we are trying the best to make it happen. And is now dealing with this kind of the stuff's very meticulous. I don't know which kind of the problem. Still, we are using this kind of the aerials, and I have the Wi-Fi, but the screen that my mom is using has a very big screen, and it was not. I was having it before I could just bring the Wi-Fi. Before they could have modernized it to be the smart screen, so she's using the bigger one, and I bought a small one which is using the Wi-Fi. But as we're gonna be diversing, we're gonna be getting her also the screen which is a smart screen. She's gonna not have this kind of the problems of struggling with the aerials here. We're gonna be using the Wi-Fi direct and making sure that things are working. But at this kind of the time before we reach there, we have to make sure we're gonna be sanitizing and making things to be clear and to see what is the problem with this kind of the area. Is the engineer behind it, and also gonna be gauging to understand what we're gonna be popping out at this kind of the time. So back to the center, as I say, also the cow gonna be getting the grasses here. Everything is represented at this kind of the home. and the works are working here. They have so many works a day. So when you see Gintu is talking about, oh, maybe I have not done whatever you was about to do, understand Gintu has so many things to do. This is a cutting area. I'll talk about the cutting grass area. And the cow is here, very meticulous, representing. And they're going to be having some dishes here. Going to be coming. The calf is here, a very big one. And the black, like an African person like me here, representing. Exactly. Going to be getting to put it off. And the other things will be working so fantastic. As we have seen, everything is working so meticulous. So at that kind of the rate, I say, God is always above. And I'll never ever go and struggle again to buy the gases, the LPG gases, because also I have my LPG, compacted LPG bunker inside here, and it's gonna be so fantastic. This is how you put it off from this kind of the position, and it's gonna be so awesome here. Still, we have also the cow dung still here. We're gonna be making it corrugation. We are like we're gonna be making it waterly, and we're gonna be releasing it there a little bit so sticky, and it's gonna be so fantastic at that kind of the position. As I say, respect, and we said it one day, one time. We'll host here the agricultural show, and people will come to see which kind of the tremendous things we are performing outside here. Keep tuned, keep it locked. Back to you. More things gonna be coming to us right now.
Guys, finally, eggs here, and they're gonna be making sure they're gonna be having a little bit of the quick breakfast. Very heavy and not complicated. In terms of the kitchen premises, today going to be representing to make it happen. And as I promised, today is today, tomorrow going to be another day. Back to the spot here, and now it's working very meticulous. My mom, she wants us to cook with this kind of this is too much. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some investigations here. You can see now it's working very meticulous here, and now there's no much of talking about how it's gonna be coming firewood. No more firewood. Very meticulous. No more firewood. Yeah, and it's burning. Hey, it is burning. Woo! Wagwan. What today, guys. Tomorrow is another day. Both of them, they are doing two of the cookers here. They are both of them working, as you can see. Both of them, they are working more meticulous, and even the eggs can. Yeah, put there some milk. Exactly, we have milk. We're gonna be boiling some milk from there, and also gonna be cooking some with a sautéing pan. We can call it a sautéing pan here. Some eggs. These are duck eggs. We have some ducks here, and which is so meticulous. And I like this because now we're gonna be now cooking two things at a time. This is what I was ever looking forward to have a renewable energy. And this, hey guys, keep it cool. Ooh. The heat is too much. The heat is too much. Gonna be a little bit. Ikindi wiki chinati chirule. Mahe nati njoge ni ende njoge. Anoage mahe. Afa magiga okahe. Mahe nati njoge. Ne raru sibisi kobohe. Mahe nende njoge hasa.
Sasa kwa nini hano tika?
Hano irimire wo kisa swi mukianati no kurandani hano. Guys, that's the way forward, and now you can see it has worked, and that's what we are ever looking forward to, and to administer ourselves like we're gonna be having a renewable energy, which was the best way for us to make it happen. Matiko, how are Matiko? Oh, okay, yes, moyo. Oh, Matiko now is learning a little bit of 2-3 things here. And it's gonna be so fantastic. Nikucha tusokani. Umemaliza kazi? Oh, Matiko is now done with some of the jobs. He's gonna be released, going back home, and everything gonna be so extra good here. Is everything good, bro?
Iko sawa. Inaonekana mkiendelea tu kuweka, at least bado haijafika.
Haijajaa bado. Bado tuko. Unaona kuna zingine zinakuja. Tutaendelea kuweka.
Kwa hivyo ikijaa, inaweza kuwa iko sawa.
Itakuwa sawa. Safi.
Hata itaanza kukuwa na pressure mingi.
Safi.
Unaona bado haijakuwa na pressure ile.
Hii ni ya siku 2 tu hapa, hii ya juzi hapa. Mambo iko sawa. So they're going to be getting some of a little bit of lectures here, as we're going to be getting them, and everything going to be so working so properly. Back to you, Matiko. Mambo iko namna gani sasa?
Iko poa.
Kila kitu kwa chonjo. So Matiko going to be leaving, and he has already democratized and the work is over. And I appreciate to the people watching and also getting us sanitized. What is this kind of the young chick doing inside here? It's going to have a That's nature. So sasa kuko namna gani sasa sahi? Kila kitu iko chonjo. Kila kitu inasonga mbele. So guys, we are now getting ourselves to another point, and I like hosting a person into my right. Exactly. Sasa mambo iko chonjo. Ambia watu mambo iko fiti kabisa. Hata kama ni Kiswahili. Sasa unajisikiaje?
Sasa najisikia niko poa.
Sasa uko fiti.
Kwa sababu niko na wewe.
Tuko pamoja. Yaani we are together, everything is conky.
Yes.
Sasa maneno ya 2-3 hizi za rumors 2-3 hakuna sahi. Food sahi iko namna gani? I know you are full. We are coming from a breakfast here already, and I can just tell you how the story is and they can make it happen. Asante sana. Mambo iko chonjo. Kesho bado tuko ndani, kazi zisonge mbele, si ndio? Ama hautakuwa?
Nitakuwa.
Utakuwa. Kazi isonge mbele. So as right now you can see is very well. For the people who are talking about Matiko is ABCD, Lika, whatever, representing from the G Castle here is so oriented. Safi? Kona mbe chonjo kabisa.
Chonjo kabisa.
Thank you very much. Back to you in the studio.
Pole. Sasa jaribu kuitest kuja.
Hata imevunjika.
Haiwezi. Leta kubwa. Yeah man. Hivyo. Making work easier. So we're going to be making sure that this kind of the slabs, we're going to be getting on top of that kind of
Lazima kwa wawili bwana. Mmoja mtu kweli.
Mmoja hezi. Chukua ile basi. Chukua hii.
Wengine wanashika.
Hii haitaingia, ni nono tena.
Kitu itaenda.
Itaenda? Haya, twende.
Sasa vuruta hivyo. Si balance basi. Twende.
Balance. Haya. Wengine wabebe.
Let's go.
Yeah man.
Baba na.
Yeah. Twende.
Weka vizuri.
Akaruhusu hivi aru. Yeah.
Itaipeleka chini. Hapo. Hapa. Bado iko sawa. Turudishe juu kidogo.
Si kama ni hivyo. Singesonga zile zingirie juu. Ndio jiko na shimo.
Iko chini yake inakuwa ni ya kuangalia.
Sasa itatobolewa. Yeah, it has a hole here for checking on what is trending inside here. You can see from this kind of the hole here. Haya, number 2. Let's get to number 2. Because guys, it has already worked, so we're gonna be preventing it. Talk about the security, and because of so many children gonna be coming here to play here, so it's gonna be a little bit of the risky. And because it's a very big hole that is 6 feet deep, and it can bring much of the problem. Yeah, hivyo. Haya, iende sasa, ungeanzia ile ya chini sasa, ndio irudi.
Lazima tuiingie.
Ni hiyo kwanza.
Sasa hii haina shida.
Itoke basi.
Tu inaweza wekwa. Ndio.
Lakini ni ya middle basi. Sasa ibebe lakini itokelezee juu.
Katikati, si ndio?
Toto hiyo.
Ama basi hii pite juu ya hiyo. Haya. Twende. Mobilize.
Twende.
Matiko is saying he can just carry himself. Mwachie tuone. Twende Matiko. Twende. Yeah man. Hivyo. Kaende. Waachie.
Weka chini, msiweke chini. Twende.
Usidondoke.
Kaza mkono.
Kaza. Twende. Yeah man. Twende. Safi.
Sikai kidogo na hii.
Exactly. Hivyo.
Si balance kuja.
Number 3.
Leta hapo.
Isonge.
Balance kuja hapo.
Beba. Safi hapo.
Ndio sawa.
Hapo sawa. Hapo siko sawa. Number 3. Guys, we are now in closing, and this is an outlet. This is going to be an outlet of the ones that are going to be filled here a bit, and it's going to be so very fantastic here. So now the project is full, and the project is now good to go, and everything can now be sorted out at this kind of the time, and it's now a renewable source of energy. There's no way of going to be using a little bit of talk about the firewoods right now. You're going to be an outcrusted here. So because the firewood has been getting us into many risks in terms of so many sicknesses are going to be coming out. Talk about eye problems, and talk about the chest problems, the lung problems, and talk about the breathing system going to be a little bit affected here. So if we have the renewable source as this kind of can call it the biogas here, it's going to be so efficient and to us to use it, and that's why you see we are promoting to the renewable source of energy, and the green energy is the energy to prevail with at this kind of the time, the 21st century here. So this is the last one here. Haya, twende Mbogi. Hello? Twende. Safi, kuja. Kalisha kidogo. Hai, isongezo polepole. Ikuja hapa.
Hebu kidogo rudisha nyuma hivi kidogo nikuone.
Kuna hizi nani hapa hivi.
Leta nyundo.
Yeah. Haya, ongeza sasa. Twende. Safi. Ulikuwa umeshika chini? Pole bana. So the boy has got it from down, so it has a little bit pressed him. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Pole. Sanitizer. Gonna be giving a sanitizer a little bit here. So guys, we are now done at this kind of the work, and we're gonna be this way. So it's heavy because we don't want insecurity. One person cannot come and remove it, and it will be so hard and so complicated for a person to come and get it out. So it will be so fantastic at this kind of the position, and now everything gonna be so working. We're gonna be coming and checking. This is the hole for checking if it is full or what is just getting on, and everything gonna be so extraordinary at this kind of the time. So just very nice. I'm gonna be handling this kind of the matters. I'm gonna be sorting it out as we make it happen. Keep tuned. Back to you in the studio. Hello beautiful people, wherever you are, back again, and I said we're gonna be coming back to this kind of the position one-on-one, and we are now offloading again some of the bricks here to make sure we're gonna be continuing with Magebo's construction here, and everything is impacted very possible here. I'm gonna be having the engineer also is the one who is delivering. We have a new tuk-tuk here. Even the number plate is no longer, so we have to make sure they're going to be using it very meticulous, and I've been to use it right now, and also going to be observing to understand. There's that kind of the wall. Is it straight? Which one? That one. There's a wall there. Eh? It's not straight, eh? It has a bend. It has a corner. Yeah, they have to rectify it before you go far, eh? Yeah. Exactly. So guys, we are here again, and for the people supporting this kind of the family, they talk about they were having such kind of miscellaneous effect, as also we are just trying to cope up with how the life is, and also give them a good life, talk about orienting them into new life, and that's the way we're going to be making it happen. Talk about the way we are just constructing this kind of the hustle. Maybe it's going to be a little bit in a smaller and a low rate, but it will just be finished because we are small, and right now we are now getting bricks, offloading some bricks here, and also I'm gonna be having a truck of sand gonna be coming today or tomorrow, because we have to do an order, as they're gonna be having a good one, because whenever I am oriented, I'm the project manager, I should need the good and a good texture of sand that we're gonna be using here. So you cannot have about, they talk about the masonry, we talk about, didn't you know I did it because the sand was bad? No, let us them have something else to talk about, but not talking about the sand is bad. That's what we're gonna be doing here. So the work continues as normal, and we thank the living God and also the people supporting us, because we have to make it happen. As you can see, the offloading is ongoing here, and after offloading, other things are going to be coping up. Talk about the sand soil will be coming here, and also we're going to be having some cements whenever time reaches, and talk about the top masons are going to be coming here to orient and also make sure that this kind of the project goes on good each and every one of the time. So I say about thank you very much. If the people are going to be talking about Ogintu, we don't know this kind of the project here. This project is oriented to one of the families that were having jiggers, and a little bit I went with them to the hospital and we did the necessary in terms of medication, and they got cured. Then I had to prepare their own house because they were staying in the hospital. They brought much of the cracker to mayhem and crinkums in the hospital, including talk about hitting some of the window panes and breaking the window panes at the hospital. So we were told we have to evacuate with an immediate effect. So I had to take them out from that kind of the hospital so I can just look for an alternative, and the alternative was to prepare the house that they were living that time, that was having or inhabited with the Jigas fraternity. And we had to make sure that we're going to be going to that kind of the section, and we prepared that kind of the house very meticulously, including disinfecting the house and treating the house very meticulous, and the plastering, and making sure that that kind of the compound is treated very fantastic, because we don't want that kind of the Jigas species to continue to other people or get other people, or whenever they're going to be coming there to that kind of the house, it cannot affect them properly. So that's why we had to make sure we're going to be building them a permanent solution onto their own farm. But we're going to be having a little bit of some miseries and postcoms and intercoms that always comes out at this kind of the area, including this kind of an area belongs to this kind of the people, but they were mentally eluded in a way, like they cannot sense what is coming out. They were thrown out because they have a very fertile land, and there are people who are cultivating this kind of the lands because it's so fertile and people wanted it by force. By force, it's not pushing them out using the legal farm or using whatever. They talked about they're going to be getting them through use of the witch doctors and the witchcraft, which was taking over and this kind of the position. So right now you can now see everything is just happening so good, and we are on it to make it happen. So when we talked about we're going to be coming here, we're going to be rescuing his own land and preparing him to come back to his own zone. What I'm doing is something called a permanent solution to each and every one of the person. So what we are doing also, we're going to be encouraging much of the people to understand what we're going to be doing here, as we are just offloading this kind of the bricks here. And they have brought already 310. We have more to go, like 4 trips to go, so they can just make sure that we're going to be having a good awesome amount of bricks we're going to be having here. Today we have the bigger ones, not like the others, but a little bit bigger, and we're going to be making sure we're going to be using them very fantastic, and also it's going to be so good. So what I'm going to be speaking at this kind of the time is we have to understand each other, and when we talk about going to be helping, some people talk about, oh, it might be A, B, C, D. We have people who have that kind of the heart of helping. Not everybody's talking about, yeah, I'm going to be having this kind of the things. We're going to be coming at east, west, and south here a little bit. But the postcoms, the intercoms, the crinkums of the day going to be fixed at this kind of the panel, and we're going to be making sure that this kind of the construction gets on and good at this kind of the position. Keep tuned, keep it locked. I'm going to be back to you after a short while. I'm going to be making it coming to you in a possible way. So let's get more and more, and I'm going to be updating you as things going to be coming out here. So you can just go back and check to the videos that are going to be coming out, because already the videos are there that we posted about this kind of the family that was inhabited with the Jiggers, and we helped them very meticulous. We're going to be rushing to that kind of the position to see how they are coping up with life, because I did last time the shopping, a little bit of the shopping, and I went there with the shopping, and we're going to be making sure they're going to be getting everything in touch. And this is what we call about, you cannot go there and talk about, yeah, I bought you this kind of the shoppings, let me see if you're using it meticulously the way it is. No, we have the courtesy, we don't have a restriction, we don't have conditions of operating our own operations at YouTube. That's the way you're going to be talking about. Everything has to come to you live, and also this is how it is. So I have to update you where we are reaching, and this is the house that we are building here. Some of the people talk about, again, to orient us here to see how it looks like. This house, the entry is inhabited from here. This is the entry. This is the sitting room. As you can see, it's a bit bigger, and we're going to be having a window there and also a window there to make sure that we have also an entry from the far end. This is a small entry, talk about an exit or an entry, and this is now the main entry from this kind of the position. So the main entry going to be getting to the boys' bedroom. This is a boys' bedroom here, and it's also bigger and good enough to make sure we're going to be are getting this kind of the people living in this house. And also it has this kind of an entry through this kind of a area. It has a rotation room. This is a bedroom to the ladies. Very big bedroom, very meticulous here. Now this is the bedroom number one, which is the master bedroom. And this kind of the bedroom is bigger. And we're going to be constructing a toilet somewhere to make sure that it's going to be having a toilet that will be so good in terms of everything getting forward here. So as far as everything is tuned and locked in, you can see this foundation, how bigger it is from outside, so longer enough and raised quickly. And we're going to be making sure that things are going to be fixed at this kind of the panel. More fantastic here. So that's how this kind of the house is. But we have another plan to make sure that this kind of the house is going to be extended a little bit outside. So you can just have something called a kitchen or a veranda. It's going to be having a backside veranda that's going to be inhabited with some of the firewood kitchen. They can use firewood because people can tell you about, oh, you know, going to build something which is modern and you're going to be buying LPG gases or which kind of the gases. But whenever it reaches to that kind of the time, nobody will be there years and years to check on them and how what you're going to be doing at that kind of the position. So we have decided about we're going to be having also an extended veranda that we're going to be coping up with them to make sure if they're going to be using the firewood, they're going to just be using some firewood, and also they can just look towards their own farms and look at how the farm is. Because from this kind of the position of the upper section, they can see how their farm is and they can see whoever going to be protruding. This means we put talk about fertilizer, and also we have harvested some beans, because these beans I said about they're going to be using Magebo family going to be using this kind of the beans to sustain their own sustainabilities, and that is what it habited there. After that one also we have a toilet there. We have not yet enclosed it, but we're going to be making sure that we're going to be enclosing the toilet, and as the time going to be reaching, if you're going to be tuned in and we're going to be supporting this kind of the family, also you can just chip in and talk about Ginto are going to be supporting this kind of the panel, and also we get everything getting forward here. So at that kind of the fresh and the quarter mark, I say God bless to each and every the person who is tuned and also locked in and watching here. So we are just looking for some cements and also some labor money, as we can just continue with the construction, and you just go on and on very nicely. That is the capability that we are, and the module that I've just got myself to make sure that things are going to be getting so good at this kind of the time. This kind of the good thing about this kind of the site is near to the road, because the materials can just land via the road, because there's nothing can just hinder us or bring some of the crinkles here, because things are so fantastic here. So as far as we're going to be tuned in and we're going to be watching this kind of the videos each and every kind of time we're going to be having here, we're going to be just checking what we're just enforcing and what we're going to be doing, as we're going to be tuned in and also supporting where it's necessary here. So guys, respect to you, respect to the people supporting, and respect to each and every kind of person who is locked in and helping us to move forward. Keep it locked. Things are going to be coming to you live, one-on-one. This is the way forward, as we're going to be offloading the materials. After finishing the offloading here, we're going to be checking everything going to be coming to number 2, and I should be there to check what is coming, because I'm there to look for it. Keep tuned. Back to you in the studio. Guys, we are running with the rain very meticulously here, and in front of us we have a truck, and it's heading to talk about the Jiggers families, to make sure we're going to be sorting out the soil, talk about the sand soil problems that have been encountered this kind of the time here, and we have already reached to the spot here, and everything is so meticulous. And my friend is getting the clutch here. Get the clutch standard and make sure that everything is so fantastic. Yeah? Exactly. So we are pouring it back to the same area where we wanted. Hanobene. Yeah, so guys, we're gonna be sorted here, and I said about hapa tu. Ichebane balance hapa. Yeah. So guys, we said it are gonna be having it coming here, and as far as somebody has talked about again to bring this kind of the stuff to the site, they're gonna be coming with an immediate effect. And I was told bricks and also sand soil, as you can see now, it's gonna be coming to this kind of the area. Hapo tuko sawa, kuja tu. Yeah, so they have to. Oh, menunua rim. Hapo. Yeah, it has to be poured here immediately, so you can just continue with the work. How you're gonna be getting so effective here. Yeah, it's very awesome. Exactly. So the sand soil is very meticulous here, and we're gonna be having it very fixed here. I appreciate because everything has to be tuned in and locked in always. So already we have the sand soil is here. Oh, check it. Ambiamo ichonkyo. Tomorrow morning. Aya. Yeah, he's going tomorrow. Utampigia. So also he's gonna be getting back to school tomorrow, and we're gonna be supporting Isigano here to make sure we're gonna be studying in the university very meticulous. We're gonna be supporting him. He's here, and everything gonna be so fantastic. It's gonna be rhyming together. It's raining right here, and already the bricks, you can see they are continuing growing here in terms of the number, and everything is so meticulous because the house has to continue. If we're gonna be supporting also, and you can just talk about how much is the cement. The cement is 900 Kenya shillings, which is approximately $7.2 US. And also we can talk about if you're gonna be getting the top masons, one mason and also a handman, they are costing about 1,500, yeah? 1,500, yeah. A top mason and a handman, yeah, 1,500. Yeah, which is if you're going to be calculating, it's going to be coming like $12 US, and it can just go on. So everything is so fantastic, and we're going to be growing together. It's going to be making it happen. Also, the bricks, they're here already, the third trip, and we're going to be demobilizing here with an immediate effect. And they're coming like safari. It's raining, and the rainy season is seasoning here. So we have to make sure that everything is onto the site, and that is our privilege to make it happen. So, Gambele. Yeah, they have demobilized here already, so they have to make sure that they're gonna be offloading. How are you? Exactly, Carifragistically very nice, eh? Offload, the rain is coming. Bado tripu ngapi? Hapo. Bado tripu ngapi? So he's the engineer, he's the driver. Hey, guys, here we have to go direct. He's the tiler, he's the roofer, he's the engineer, everything. So this is the home tuk-tuk they're gonna be having, and it's the one that's doing this kind of the job. Now I'm gonna not be looking for a vehicle. We have already bought this kind of at our home to make sure that everything gonna be so fantastic. I'm gonna be using it to transport our own packages and luggages and to where we need them to reach. Keep tuned, keep it locked. Back to you in a short while as we're gonna be making things come out very fantastic. This now the bricks are gonna be getting us a bit far away, and you can see the number now it's increasing, and they have to put them very slowly to make sure that we cannot have the breakages here, which will be so awesome at this kind of the time. So guys, this is what we need, and the movement to getting forward is what we need. As far as the sand is there and also the bricks are there, we want to collect the materials first. That is my courtesy, collecting materials first. After collecting the materials, we're going to be now getting people to the site to maintain the course and get the course getting forward. Keep tuned. Back to you in the studio.